quite the insight into Terry.
Put your left hand in, your left. Oh, sorry.
We're on the after show.
Oh, yes, the after show.
With the Not So Christian Brothers.
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so it's Not So Christian Brothers. Sorry, do you want to introduce us?
Yeah, sorry. Here's Colm Hayes. I feel
Hello.
like this is like one of those shows where you win a cat.
Yeah.
Colm Hayes, broadcaster, of course.
Legendary.
If you didn't know, iconic. And his brother, Justin Caffrey, even
Not
more
legendary. No.
And I'm Rebecca,
Entrepreneur.
and I'm just here to chat it out. God, the show is... it took a detour on Thursday.
Where to? Which
I don't
one?
know. I feel like I think about these topics. Like I don't just chat GPT them. I think about what you
No, I
guys
know,
would
yeah.
be really good at talking about because we know what we weren't good at talking about. And then you start talking about investing in flip flops, and I was just like, what is happening? But hang on, we did talk about male menopause and if it's a buzzword or if it's an actual thing. And I was thinking about gravity of life. Women, not all women, because we're not going to generalize, definitely grasp if they're having children, and we also can't generalize there because some women don't and they go into their 40s and 50s and they haven't had their children. But I think if you're in the caregiving, birth giving years, you're definitely more likely to be more serious. But I do think we go through midlife crises as well. We were talking about that too.
Same parents, different timelines, and united by chaos. Strap on, strap in, for the Not So Christian Brothers.
I do think women get control of their life and what they want to do and their intentions, if it's childbirth or whatever, much quicker than men do. And again, I'm not generalizing, I'm saying some men, because obviously men, look at Mick Jagger, up to a certain age, can still have kids. So it's not like the clock is ticking for them. You can be, I'm still a very fertile young man.
You don't know that you're fertile.
But I don't know yet. Sorry, I don't even know what that means. But you know what I mean? What I'm saying is men
It
don't
sounds like
have
dirty.
that clock.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, if you look at the world of I was going to say Cliff Richard, sorry, park him. If you look at the world of the Mick Jaggers and the Rod Stewarts, they can have children much later. They don't seem to.
Why can't Cliff Richard have children?
There's actually no reason because he plays too much tennis.
Okay, let's not talk about
He's got very bad.
tennis
Yeah.
elbows.
Bad knees.
His wrists are in a bad way from all that tennis
Just like
action.
yours, Terry.
Yeah. Too much wristing.
No, that was his fist. Mine's the fist. So, anywho,
I love that.
no,
Gary.
but
was just gonna say Gary
I do
Cliff
think there's a
Richard.
period of women's lives that get a bit into it, and that this is also called the nag period. We've heard about this, where men feel like you said it. They're calm. They coming home at 5:30. The dinner's on the table. The woman's been with the kids. This is a very old-fashioned kind of view on women. But I think women go through far more pain, obviously in birth, giving, childbirth and pregnancy and getting their fertility issues. I think we go through so much more. I'm not saying men do not suffer in life. They do. But we know
do.
that women do, right? And therefore, I think it does make us that bit more serious. And when we have a midlife crisis, it's so shocking to people. They're like, what? She's gone off on one, or she's this. And it's kind of more shocking. Whereas as men are kind of allowed, like you buying your leather pants
In
on the
Paris,
Champs-Elysees,
Champs-Elysees.
it's just like, do you know what I mean?
No,
It's frivolous behavior. But I do
What
think
size were you?
Hey, you'd
large.
like to know.
More to do with his big bubble butt than his you know what, right? But
I'll never get anywhere once he's around.
He's not going to be your Tinder anymore.
No, he's not my. He's not my
your
wingman. No, he's not my
ever.
wingman. No.
Actually, we should just call the
He's
show.
my
'cause we
wag
might-
man.
We might have to change the name again. Not my wingman.
Not my
That's a
wingman.
great
Yeah.
name for a
that's a
show.
good name for show.
Yeah, I like
Great
that.
name for a show.
Not my
Thank you.
wingman.
TM.
Welcome to Not My Wingman.
I do think women are. I think they've got higher pain thresholds. I
Yes.
think they're stronger
Yeah.
emotionally than men. Right?
Emotionally.
Yeah, I do.
Ooh.
No, but I think
somebody's
we
got a
have to
province
categorize
tonight.
people. Like I was admonishing and demolishing and being very poorly treating towards the media lovies people that you two are, and
Well, just by saying media lovies, you're not really getting
Pretty
them back
bad.
there, are you? Yeah. And the media is a huge, big world. And remember, we control the world.
Yeah.
CNN, fake news, all of that.
yeah.
Well,
It's
not
all
Ireland's
over.
Classic Kids FM, and certainly my parenting podcast, but okay.
But I do think in competitive industries where women are successful, like if it's the media or business or whatever, you have to compete at a harder and higher level to get above men.
That not in all industries for women
I think
still.
Yeah,
you're
no,
right.
I'm saying, I'm
I agree.
I'm just recognizing that you two are here, right?
Oh, thanks.
Unfortunately, I've tried to get my own show and it hasn't happened. yet. So sponsors, please contact me
Directly.
But I do think that this idea for women at that level is hard. And then if I think in the household, it's also hard because I probably still have a relatively old-fashioned household. I think my wife is more on the domestic front still than I would be. Okay.
And she said it on a show we did. Do you remember the show we did? She actually said it. One of our best shows ever, P.S. You weren't here.
Yeah.
It was about the load of washing and the load of stuff on the stairs and why it sits there and how men will never recognize
I'm sorry. I do all the washing and I do all the cooking and I do all and I did as well. So,
but we have discussed in previous episodes that maybe you are a lesbian.
no, but that is I got it checked. I can't be apparently. I went to the well woman
you're a
centre.
very
and
attractive
they said,
lesbian.
get out.
Yeah, in your leather trousers.
But
and your
no,
bubble
but
butt.
say men who then do all the
Do you
cooking.
think you're trying to be? I think what you're saying, and I think it's great, and you are a great cook, and you're definitely very involved in stuff. It's not always the case, right? I do think what you're saying is more traditionally. There is that coming home, the breadwinner. Like your wife is super successful, but there is quite a traditional vibe in your house. You were saying it, and Beatrice agreed.
Yeah, but I think also that was just the way that roles played out in our marriage when we had children. So I think we kind of adapted those roles. I think it's different now. I think young people take a different road. But equally, I think in that domestic environment, and I know even now at this moment, like Beatrice probably still carries more of the load at home.
Does she mind? Would
I'd
she say it in any art?
Oh yeah, she would say
sure,
stuff, but I'd say she would like me to probably do more.
But then aren't women more controlling about their domain? Do we want a man fussing around and ruining the vibes?
I mean, sometimes I'm kind of like helping wash up in the evening
it's
time,
just
and she'll
annoying.
just go, "Can you just get out of the way?"
100%.
It's actually easier.
I think
to do it without you.
that women are our own worst enemies because we want men to take the ticker tape mental load. Like Jason couldn't believe what I had achieved in 20 minutes yesterday because my kid was off and I was like, booked the dog in for a kennel cough, booked her in for the actual kennel, got a Simona doctor appointment, edited 2 things. I had cleaned, I'd done the whole kitchen, I'd made sure the school knew that they were going to be absent for a week. I cannot believe, and he was like, what? But I think we also put that on ourselves. And I think there's a pressure comparison thing with other women. I think Instagram has blown up parenting, as we know, and women and looking at others and compare. And I think it's super dangerous and toxic. But I do think we like a certain amount of control because we birth these kids running this house and then we're like, men, help us. But when they do, it's slightly irritating.
It's just when
Unless it's the
I also
build of
don't think you
car.
give yourselves enough credit.
Oh, Terry.
Oh, Terry.
I think women are.
Fisty little.
I know.
Cutie.
You demand so much from your husbands,
Men,
and then you are much better at doing it than we are. And then when you do it better than us, you don't give yourself credit for doing it better than
And
us.
do you give
Hold on a second. I'm not into the whole doing it better than us all the time thing, right? Let's
Have you tried to clean the house in 20 minutes?
and
I'd done that in
Do you know what I
5.
do in 20 minutes when I try to clean the house? I have to go to the toilet.
This is actually gluten-free diet again. I mean, what is
remember the
this?
expression years ago, and it's not around so much anymore. And it was like,
Oh my God, no sweat marks. I'm
no
so
sweat
proud of
marks.
you
Yeah,
today.
thank you
Well
very
done.
much.
That's because you're not drinking.
If you're watching on YouTube, no sweat marks. That was on my underarms.
He used to get a bottle of Shiraz.
As opposed to
and
his
just-
leather pants.
Oh, that was a cesspool of sweat.
Tom,
He's got the talc on today. He's got the talc on.
remember Ross in Friends?
Talk the inside of your
He
leather
just
trousers.
talked the whole Remember that scene in
Yeah.
Friends? That was
It's a great
iconic.
scene.
Yeah, listen, I learned that. Talk the inside of your leather
I
pants.
love a good pair of
And then
leather
somebody
pants on
goes,
women.
How are you doing? And the cloud
Does a
just
woman
comes
have
out.
to talc her pants when she puts them on, the leather ones?
No, and I love a leather pant when I'm feeling in shape, and I think they're gorgeous on a woman with a very low key top. Like you can't go all hot and
Why
sexy.
don't you have to talc? Do you not get as sweaty
I
arse
don't
like
think
us?
I don't think we've sweaty assholes.
All right, okay.
So I was making this point anyway that, and I think again you're generalising there. I know lots. No, sorry. Now, do you remember the years
You
ago?
gotta say you know a lot of sweaty ass women.
I know lots of sweaty ass women. Do you remember there
the
was?
after show is just
Do you remember-
hideous.
do you remember there was a time that
What?
it was like you'd say to a guy, you know, what do you do? Oh, I'm a neurologist. What do you do? What do you do? I'm a stay-at-home dad. And it was like an occupation, but we never had a stay-at-home mum.
Well, there was stay at home mum.
No.
SAHM, Sam.
Hang on a second. That's my point. Of course, there was a stay-at-home mum, but a dad was almost like, they had to make a point, nearly have a banner, you know.
To be fair,
But we need a badge for everything. A man is a man. No matter what job you do as a man or a male, you wear a badge of honor for the work that you do.
I have
whether it be digging a ditch or staying at home and looking after the kids. You need to tell. Well, fuck me! You want to see me dig a ditch?
No,
I am the best dick.
That's next week's episode. No, but sorry, what I'm saying is that a man would shout more and hold a banner up because he was judged. You're a stay-at-home dad. Like, whoa.
No, it's kind
you know.
But
I'm saying,
I remember the first time Beatrice went out after Luca was born, and a few months later I let her out. Obviously,
go on.
Go on there, out you go.
Yeah.
And I said to her, "Don't worry, I'll babysit."
Right.
Wow, babysit's
And she
the
went
worst.
bananas. So any
You're not
dads,
babysitting
you
your
never
kids.
babysit your own kids. Now I said that once, and I got away with it, right? But she told me off.
Yeah.
You can't
There's
babysit
nothing
your own
worse than a
kids.
lad going out
Of
to
course you can't. They're your
babysit.
kids.
Your kids.
They're your kids.
I know a few dads now whose women.
Who's women?
Whose wives are surgeons or in these kind of high end, and they both can't be in a frenetic pace job because of the kids being so young. They're similar age to my kids, and it's funny. They're really sweet about it. They're like, "Well, I'm at home at the moment, but I was at this or I was but I'll go back to that in a few." And I'm like, and we do the thing. Oh my god, you're amazing! I do it. I do the whole. Oh my god, you're amazing. And my friend goes the other day. I was saying he's a really good dad, and she goes, "He's just a dad, Bex." And she cut me short. Like, she's a psychologist, and I was like, "No, he's a really good dad." She goes, "Why is he a really good dad?" He's a dad.
Okay,
he's
dad,
present, right? He's loving, he's warm, he's providing. We know he's awesome in that regard, but he's not a better, like, is she a great mom? No one goes, "She's a great mom."
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I tell my wife she's a great mom.
Yeah, but I do it all the time, Terry. I'm like, he's a great dad because I see him picking up his kids or bringing kids home on play dates. But maybe he's just being a dad, and we didn't have that.
Traditional dad. Yeah.
I wanted to also talk about the war, but not really. I want to talk about should we not be going on holidays. I saw something very interesting you had put up. Or did you let us know about people who are stopping booking holidays because they're worried? Should we be
two
enjoying our
conversations this week. One with a client who was not going to go to his skiing holiday because of the war. And I
lives?
said,
Okay, so why? Financial reasons or fear of
flying and
Avalanche,
you know.
like they're going to bomb the slopes.
Well, yeah, I mean,
This is weird.
honestly, this is a really intelligent human being, right? But he was like, "Yeah, I just, the whole world's up in the air, and I'm a bit unsure as to what's going on right now, so I don't know if I should be overseas." So I said, "I'll have your holiday."
Yeah.
And then the next one was a client of mine going to the Maldives, and they were going to put out their holiday as well.
Frivolous, just feeling like it wasn't the right thing to do, or flying?
Flying and being stuck if matters take an ugly turn and you're in the wrong side of the world.
But
being
me
stuck in
flying
the
to
Maldives
Africa.
wouldn't be as bad as being stuck in,
at the moment,
Digging.
digging, whatever that
We
is.
never have. Can that be taken out?
No, it can't.
Well, I
This is
can't
the-
sell
and that's
this.
a great
I can't
name for
sell
a
this.
podcast as well. Welcome to Dick Digging. We don't know what it is. We just love the
No,
name.
but seriously.
So listen, I've got.
Sorry, I'm not. Your wingman is the most incredible title.
I'm not your wingman. But here's another thing, right? There's a huge amount of flights coming back into UK and coming back into Ireland, Emirates, all of that stuff, completely full.
Yeah.
Right? Bringing all the influencers back home, right? They then have to go back to Dubai, and they are.
Not all of them are
Empty.
living there full time.
No, but those flights are going back to Dubai empty.
Oh, yeah.
You can get a flight almost for nothing.
Okay, please
And you
don't
can-
turn this
I
into
would
a
go to
travel
Dubai.
show.
I would have no
Can
problem.
I
You said it.
Just
on,
does anybody listen to actually Rio Ferdinand's
Yes.
podcast?
Oh, right.
Right,
Okay,
so
yeah.
he lives in Dubai at the moment.
Yeah.
But an interesting fact that he said the other day was, with all this going on, all the war and so forth, and the attacks and so forth, they found themselves as a family associating with other families much more because of this situation where they weren't doing it before.
Yeah.
So they're getting together, they're having dinners in people's homes, their kids are playing together more. So actually, the funny thing about
war
the
festers
War
a sense of
unites.
well,
community.
it does actually,
does,
because you know what we do as people? We come together.
In the
Because that's
bunker,
what we're
in the
naturally
bunker.
do.
Sorry, I
is we
wouldn't go to
come
Dubai
together.
if you paid. Honestly,
But
you could give me as much
And
money. I
in
wouldn't
in
go.
fear, and we always come back to what you said we are, is a tribal. Our tribal instinct kicks in automatically, and we start to bond back together
Maybe
as a
they're
tribe
swingers,
because
Terry.
we feel safer
War
as a
swingers.
tribe.
That's
So
beautiful.
just an interesting fact when we were talking about Dubai.
I would have absolutely no problem tomorrow going to Dubai if I got a cheap flight and a nice hotel. I'd have no problem because.
Do you have any moral compass? Like, where is your moral compass?
In Dubai.
I ran over that. Why is that a moral compass?
Just everything about that is grim.
I
Like,
was
you
offered a job in
would
Dubai.
target a country that's literally been bombed and in the middle of a massive, like, you'll be like, I'll holiday there with my
Hey,
Havianas.
I'm the one buying 2,000 pairs of flip flops from Temu.
Can we
Yeah, but
finish?
can I just get us cancelled straight away though?
Go on.
Because I'm actually advocating and have been for the last few weeks to Beatrice that I'd actually like to go and live in Riyadh and live in Saudi Arabia.
I could see you living in
I can
Saudi
see you
Arabia.
too.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
think
they're
we're good on the sun.
Yeah.
And I think because
Hey, you're going to need some flip flops.
Can we finish on the
I'm more than
Corinthians?
happy to move to the area. I can do my
Saudi
dick
Arabia.
digging over there.
Riyadh,
Saudi
Riyadh.
Arabia.
Yeah,
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia.
Oh, let's go off for a beheading barbecue today.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't be beheading anybody, but I think it's a nice time zone and it's warm.
Okay, guys, we are back with St. Patrick's Day special.
Hey.
Like, honestly, warm your bits up for this. It's
Yeah.
on the day. No, it's actually not.
No,
it's a
it's
few
not.
days
It's 2 days
after
later.
Paddy's. It doesn't matter. It's Paddy's week. It's going to
Paddy's
be
week now,
Oscailga.
isn't it?
The whole thing will be Oscailga.
Yeah.
Shot
Sha-
to the
Sha-
girl.
Sha-
Come back for that.
In Ishikorja, Tom, I'm
Thank you. Please like, subscribe. If you're watching this, please actually like and subscribe. This is Not So Christian
Yeah,
Brothers.
that's Justin Caffrey and that's Colm Hayes.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.